Dímelo, mi gente, ¿qué lo que? Beautiful evening, Miami, golden hour. I just got back from the Ventanita with Aries. I just want to do a quick video on just like not choosing this story. Like I didn't choose any of this. I kind of just happened to me. So I never thought that this would be my life. Like I never thought I'd be, writing books, working on a novel with a traditional publisher. I never thought that I'd be living here in Miami. I never thought I'd be arguing with strangers on the internet every day about history that I specifically did not create. But it's just, life happens. And here I am, but it's crazy to think that there's like a different version of how my life could have gone. Like I could have just stayed in my lane, just insurance, data, finance, spreadsheets, Excel, that kind of stuff. Like that's the world that I'm used to. That's the world that I come from. Um, so I could have just, I could have stayed there for sure. But after finding out this family history, the 1824 migration of free African Americans to Samaná, after finding that information out, it definitely changed me. And not overnight, um, but it got to the point where like staying quiet about this just couldn't work. Like I would I would normally avoid a lot of these kinds of conversations, like these kind of like these race race Dominican identity conversations. I used to definitely like avoid these most of the time, just because I didn't have the language to like explain just my personal lineage and just like the way that I feel. I didn't have the language for all that. But then after I learned about the migration, my grandmother actually passed away. I've talked about this. My grandmother passed away literally a month after I found out about that. And I think that timing was super like critical for me. Like I feel like her passing away 1 month after me finding out about that, like I kind of I kind of learned how like important it is to make sure that these stories, these family stories, family history, like it's important to write this stuff down. Because it can get lost. Like a lot. Like, I didn't know about this stuff growing up, just because, not because it didn't happen, not because nobody, nobody's ever talked about it like that. Just because like there wasn't any real record of it. There wasn't any. Everything was just fragments. Like there wasn't a real record of the family history. So once I found out once I found out about all that, and my grandmother passed away, it was like it became very difficult for me to stay quiet about that, um, which is crazy. Because it's like that one decision led to just like all this, like where I am now. It like all that led to the full novel, Samana, Seven Generations, story letters from Samana, the root verse. Like it led to all that. It led to eventually me finding narrative architecture, and then all this Dominican discourse, all this stuff on Threads and IG. So like, it's crazy to think about how like my life could have just gone different had I not found out that family history. But yeah, I just want to reflect on that just for a sec, because like sometimes you don't know where your path, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know. Like honestly, like I really wanted to do this video. Like I wanted to sit down and actually like do an outline and like talk about it, but I figured it'd just be more honest, if I just freestyled it. But yeah, it's like sometimes you just don't know. You don't know where these your family history going to take you. Like you don't know what the plan is. And I'm not even saying this from like in a religious way. Like I'm saying like sometimes you don't know what the universe has in store for you. I think it's just all about. I think it's more about like staying curious. Listening to yourself for sure. Like listening to yourself is super important. Trusting yourself, but yeah, man. Like I feel like for me, like if you had asked me like 2 years ago, like would I be here doing any of this? Like I would have, I would have thought you were talking about somebody else. But yeah, man, like let's talk about it. Like let's talk about it. If anybody got any stories like that, if you got like anything in your past that impacted your future, like I'd love to hear about it. Let's talk about it.